Hey YouTube land, Sunshine here. Not at all sunshiny, sorry. But let me tell you a story about Social Security. I am 65. I've paid into Social Security since I was 16, and I've been paying self-employment tax for the last 11 years. So I was pretty pleased. Well, I did put in for Social Security at 62. I know that's unwise, but I have a much shorter life expectancy than some people because of my disease. So anyway, I get a letter in the mail that from Social Security that says we're sending you a check for $8,700. And I went, wow, good news. That could really help, of course. But guess what happened next? I'm disabled. Was in a wheelchair, stuck in a wheelchair for a year and a half. And hey, a shout out to all my fellow disabled humans. This sucks rocks, as we all know. So I get this letter. $8,700 is coming in check form. No check. Waited for a month. Check my mail every day. And but no check appeared. So I called Social Security. I was expecting to sit on hold for 8 hours. But I said, hey, I'm going to power through this because $8,700 is a fucking lot of money. And I said, oh, if you appear with yourself and your ID and that letter, we might give you some money. It's like, okay, this is worth it. So I got a friend organized, and I can't get a wheelchair lift anywhere. So I live in San Diego, by the way. So you would think a Lyft driver with a car that could take a wheelchair would appear at my apartment, but no. So I get a friend to help me, and he did, and he's a sweetheart. So we get me on the walker, which has terrified me, and we get to Social Security. I was expecting to be there all day, but we walked in, went through a security check. Oh, first got to do that first, right? Are you who you say you are? Yeah, I fucking am, people. And then we were told to sit down, and we did. And we were quite fond of each other, so it was not a hard time. But boy, I could feel the pain around me, and that sucks. This is America, people. Or it used to be anyway. No, I believe in my country. I always have. But boy, it's getting harder every day, isn't it? So anyway, we sit there and talk to each other, and then say, go to window number X. And so we did. I get on the walker and go to the window. And a human said, are you who you say you are? I'm like, how many fucking times do I have to prove who I am? I am an American citizen, and this is my Social Security number. This is the letter. I want the money. And they said, go sit down. So we did, politely. I was being very polite. So we went and sat down. And then we go to window number X. So I get back on the walker, and we go to window number X. And it's a perfectly lovely young woman who said, yeah, we owe you this money, so here it is. We are going to put it into your bank account. And I'm like, wow, that really works for me, because this online banking thing drives me nutty, but it is what it is. And so she said, here, give us your bank account information, and we will put money in your bank account. So they did. Did appreciate that. Took like 3 or 4 days. But guess what I got? Months later. A letter from Social Security that said, oh, we made a mistake. You weren't owed that money. You worked all those years. You paid self-employment tax. But no, we want the money back. And if you don't fork it over, we're going to charge you interest. Can you believe this shit? So, I did what I know how to do, is I wrote them a letter that said, listen, people, I took the money you gave me and gave it to the IRS. Chat with them. I won't be alive much longer, so how dare you prevent me from giving money to the IRS?